This is some of my collections from the travels that I had done since last year, all the way covering the ground from the east coast to the west coast, starting from Texas all the way to California, and then drove all the way to New York. And in my journey, like, spent most of the time in the nature. Like, water is the one which connected and vibrated along, and have been to places like Mount Shasta, and this one that we are looking at is in Oregon by the Multnomah Falls. Very nice, and some other falls on the way are so energizing. Um, Anytime, like when you spend time in the nature, it's like refreshing. As you can see, it offers its own challenges, but being consistent and being disciplined and being persistent, some of those lessons that nature is giving us in silence. And next time that you're out in the nature, be conscious and watch your surroundings and the sounds of the nature, which is very, very, very energizing, as you see. Nature always gives us an opportunity to learn if we are consciously like watching it. And from this situation, like water always tells us to do our work in silence, peacefulness, and being calm. And in different situations, we face challenges, but be disciplined, be consistent, and be persistent, and you will achieve your goals and success. Be who you are, love yourself, and move forward. Here again, you are seeing the Multnomah Falls, magnificent, and you can feel the mist. And this is from the top after doing all the hike, and you can see the falls, water coming in from here and all the way from there, and it's trickling down. And the falls that you had seen maybe like 10 seconds ago is originating from here all the way to where you see like it's 2 steps kind of a thing. So this is the Multnomah Falls from the top of the place, and that's the aerial view. And here's the view of the Multnomah Falls in like 2 steps, and you see like a walk-over bridge. And this is another view of the Multnomah Falls out in the nature by closer to Portland, Oregon. And from there, the next day I traveled into this downtown Portland, Oregon, and spent some time in the nature, the wildflowers, and then like early morning rays of the sun, and the perfect look of Mount Shasta. That was like the entry point, and here is like a vista point. And on my hikes, like I made this particular building stones on top of each other, making my trail my own points where I was like taking turns and moving, and hopefully they are still on the mountain. And these are the ones that's from last year, just 2024. And here you'll see like a very natural forming structure, and here I try to like recreate the pose with this rock in the arm. Well, here we are seeing a foot of like a baby Squash, which is like a baby Bigfoot. Here we are looking at a view of another magnificent falls called Fairy Falls in Mount Shasta. As you see a face on that particular falls as well. On a deeper look, you see the eyes and the nose. And here you could also see like a rock formation and fire again, which asks us to leave something behind and move forward. And there's another look, and here we are seeing the Heart Lake from Mount Shasta, California. Here's another falls, which is called the Hedge Creek Falls, coming in, and that's also in Mount Shasta, California. Very magnificent falls, very energizing falls. After camping at the Bunny Flat, hike the next morning to the horse camp. From there, the looks towards Mount Shasta. And here is another aerial view of the mountain. And here's a view of the nature from the nature. There's a campfire that we had burning all the night. And there's another look of the Mossbury Falls in Mount Shasta, California. As you see, it's like fantastic view and gorgeous. And here you could listen to the sounds of the nature. If you have come to this point, you might be liking the videos, and my humble request is please like, share and subscribe, and let's grow together and be my guest. Thank you.